is going on, guys? I'm Mike Berlin and you are watching Wild Fed Family. So today is the day before Thanksgiving, and that means two things. I get to hunt for the next 5 days and I get to eat well. So I'm going to have a ton of good stuff coming up. So I'm going to be duck hunting every single morning that I can for the next 5 days, and most likely deer hunting in the afternoon. So I really want to get some really great footage for you. About 10 years ago, when I first met my wife, I started taking my brother-in-law, who was probably 10 or 11 at that time, hunting on Thanksgiving morning or afternoon every single day. It's been a tradition, and we're going to stick with it. So I'm going to show you our hunt and how it goes, and I also am looking to harvest one more doe, so I might be able to get that on camera for you as well. I am tagged out on Georgia bucks right now, but my brother-in-law is not, so I want to put him on a great deer because there's still plenty of them out there chasing. So follow along, see what we got, like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned. But before we do any of that, we got a very important doctor's appointment to go to. So, let's go.
I have to ask once you get out to work.
Okay. There we are. Look how sweet. Alright.
So yes, cat's out of the bag. You saw that right. We are having another baby. So I'm going to keep y'all guessing. Is it a boy? Is it a girl? I don't know. I know, but you won't until after we hunt in the morning and after our Thanksgiving lunch. So keep watching and you're going to find out. I will say one of the worst things about owning a boat is the fact that you have to clean it all the time. So let me get this thing cleaned up, loaded up, and I will see you at the boat launch. Out of all the times to run into traffic, I didn't think 4:30 in the morning was going to be one of them. I don't know. So here I am, 50 minutes later. Truck still hasn't moved, and it does not look like I'm going duck hunting this morning. So what I'm going to do is go back to the house, go back to bed, eat a massive meal this afternoon, and go sit in the deer woods. So catch up with you later. Thank you for the food, family, freedom, and ultimately the sacrifice that you made when your son died on the cross to forgive us of our sins.
Amen. Amen. Here, we'll walk you together and you can Where's everyone?
That was a good one. Hey!
Doesn't Brevin have like a couple GoPros or something?
Why do you need one?
Hey, sit down. Alright, so while that was all fun, we are about to hit the deer woods. Hopefully we get a little bit of Thanksgiving luck this afternoon. And that right there is the one and only John Barnes. He's gonna kill a monster tonight. Give them a little scent. Just using the Tink 69. Spray it on some trees. Take it over here and give a squirt on the ground too. Go ahead and hit these branches too. And that's all she wrote. Alright, so this is our setup. We're sitting up on a power line. We got a deer trail that runs right along the bottom towards the feeder. At about 100 yards, we got another deer trail crossing. This was actually the same blind that I killed my buck in 2 weeks from today. So, we're a little bit cozy. But I think we're gonna make it work. Well, here I am back at the house, and tonight was a bust. I mean, we saw squirrels and saw red-tailed hawk, which was pretty cool, but nothing worth filming really. So I'm gonna go ahead, feed my animals, get the boat hooked up, and let's try again tomorrow morning to go chase some ducks. Good morning, everybody. I'm at the boat launch, and right now it is 5:04 a.m. It is pouring down rain, and it is 50 degrees outside. So yesterday and through the night, we had a big front move through Louisiana, Alabama, pushing east towards Georgia. So that can do one of two things. That can either push ducks this way, or it can push them out. So let's see what happens. Duck hunting tip of the day: when you get nasty weather like this, ducks are a lot like people. You know, we don't like driving in the rain, and they don't like flying in the rain. So if you can give them a rest stop and something that's enticing through your decoy spread so that they can get down, get food, socialize a little bit before they keep moving on their trip, then it's going to be much easier to convince them that that's where they need to be, and you'll be there waiting for them. So let me get this boat loaded up, or unloaded, I mean, and get in the water. I'm going to try to do as much filming as I can, but I also don't want to ruin my cameras. So let's see what happens, and let's go get some ducks. Y'all, check out this owl. Just hanging out on the limb. There he goes. Here I am trying to film, and 2 ducks just come cruising by. Should have been a chip shot, but I got a shot cam coming tomorrow, so I'll do a much better job of get some of this stuff on camera for you. Sorry about that. And I missed. Anyway, let's try again here. So, I was saying in the truck, either one of two things could happen. And that was, the storm could either push the birds here, or they could push them away. And I think the latter happened. I hunted the same area 6 days ago, and I saw a lot more birds then than I did this morning. But I didn't get skunked. I do have one bird down right behind me on the bank, so we'll give it a couple more minutes and pick up decoys, pick up the bird, and we'll go from there. Alright, I'm up here on the bank. Fell right over here somewhere. Alright, where I thought it'd be. Check that out. Take the leaves off. As you can see, I'm back at the house now, and I got a bunch of things on my to-do list, one of which is going to be cleaning that duck. I'm going to show you the before, and I'm also going to show you the after. I'm not going to show it to you on YouTube. If you want to see that, go over to my Facebook page, which I'll put in the link, or I'll put a link in the description below. Facebook is mad at me, and YouTube is not, so I'm going to keep it that way. Also, I have a speckled-bellied goose that my friend Robert brought back from Arkansas. Shout out to Robert if you're watching. And I'm going to go ahead and make something with that. You can also find that video under my reels. It's going to be a short form video and a cooking recipe. I have a ton of content on there, so go ahead, check out the link, and check out all my videos. I also have a whole deer to process as well, so I'm going to get to working on that, and I have a family to spend time with. So until then, I'm going to be busy, and I will see you tonight in the deer stand. So I'm headed to the stand, and I'm sitting on a creek line off to my left over here. I got a bunch of hardwoods, and there's probably 10,000 pounds of acorns on the ground. And over that way is a bedding area, and typically the deer come here, you know, late afternoon just before dark to feed. They got water, they got food, and they got me waiting on them. So we'll see what happens. Well, to be completely honest with you, I think it's kind of in the honeymoon phase now. The deer aren't quite moving like they typically do. I haven't gone a hunt in a long time without seeing deer. And we'll just hold tight until January 15th or something like that. I gotta check the dates, but we'll see. I think it's time to go home and eat dinner. And I'll see you in the morning. This morning was a crap show at the boat launch. Not only do we have some boat issues, but there was about 5,000 guys out there. So we ran down here to the road, and got a spot right here that we shot last year. It's typically all the way flooded out, but we actually just jumped some birds up in front of us and doing a little scouting mission. So we'll see how it works out and keep on walking through here and see what we find. dew spot. I told you there was going to be water here. All it takes is a little rain. This right here is what we saw the birds get up out of. We're just walking around looking for some feathers. But that right there is the reason that they're here. Acorns everywhere in shallow water. So typically during late winter, where I'm standing is about up to my knees in water. But we need to get in here right when it floods. I don't know if you can see this ground, but I mean, it's absolutely covered in acorns. There you go. Well, we got our spot figured out for the morning. So the biggest thing is going to be motion. I have a pretty heavy canopy over there with, 75% of the leaves have fallen. But when we were walking around, I mean, it was absolutely just raining acorns in the water. So I'm super excited for the morning, and it's gonna be ideal. It's gonna rain all night actually, so the water level has the chance of increasing. That's only gonna make it better. It's gonna expose more food, and I mean, we'll see, but I'm excited. But that being said, the objective tomorrow is to go ahead and get a lot of motion going on. So the ducks are gonna be flying overhead. Like I said, there's a canopy, and they're gonna wanna have a reason to get down. If we got a little bit of motion, make it look like there's a duck party going on down there, then they're gonna be more likely to drop in right where we're at. So I actually have 2 mojos in the truck, and I know I said earlier that wood ducks don't really like mojos, but they're not gonna have a clear view of it. They're just gonna see a little bit of motion. I'm gonna put out the jerk cord, I'm gonna put out the ripplers, and I'm still sticking with only about 6 decoys. But I wanna get the water moving, I wanna get a little bit of wing flash in there, and we'll see how it works. There's only one way to find out, so let's do it. So I'm actually gonna go inside and finish up cutting this deer that I never got around to yesterday. So I'll get that wrapped up, and I will see you in the morning. All right, so we made it to the spot. It's probably about 60 degrees, hot, pouring down rain, and we got everything set up. We got a jerk cord, we got 2 mojos, ripplers, and 6 decoys total out there. We got Janger's boy here, and we'll see what he's got. We don't got any gators out here, and we got about 5 minutes till shooting light. So let's turn the lamps off and we'll see what happens. All right, well, the wind is ripping and the ducks are flying about 60 miles an hour. And I don't know if you've tried to shoot wood ducks in timber while they're cruising at full speed, but it's pretty tough. I actually took only 3 shots, and it's kind of wishful thinking, and you'll see those right about now. But figured I might as well try, and I don't know, we're gonna scour the area a little bit, check over where we saw a couple birds get down, and we'll let you know what we find. Alright guys, so we made it back out to the truck, and we did a little walking around, found a couple more open holes. Like I said last night, there's probably about 25% leaf cover in the canopy right now. So we tried to get what shots off we could, but we weren't where the ducks wanted to be, and The water level just came up, so we'll give them 2 weeks to find the food, and that's going to be opening day of the second split. So we'll try again then. Hey, y'all remember that buddy of mine that I called a bum who was supposed to be yanking on the jerk cord the other morning? Well, look who actually got out of bed this morning.
What's going on, guys? I'm Trey, aka T-Money.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Here we are, it's Sunday afternoon, and it has been a very busy weekend. I'm definitely lacking on some sleep, but I had a great time throughout this entire video. You've heard me mention a couple times that I've been working on the deer, processing it out, and actually here it is. So I got everything from top rounds, bottom rounds, shanks, grinder meat, and it is my goal throughout all of my videos to go ahead and show you a recipe for every single one of these cuts. And I'm really excited to do it. Matter of fact, some of that is cooking behind me, which you can check out in short form on my reels on Facebook. Again, I'll put the link in the description below. The bottom line is, no matter how much you hunt, you're going to have way more failures than you are going to have successes. And that's just one of those things you got to learn. And I want to be completely honest and transparent with everybody that it is not like you see on TV where you go out and you kill a massive deer or get a pile of ducks every single time. It's trial and error. You're going to fail and you're going to learn. And learning is the most important part about it. I encourage everybody, even if you're skeptical about how that day is going to turn out, the best thing you can do is go out and see what's going to happen. Because you really never know, and it's going to be a learning experience. So, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, I want to say I'm thankful for a lot of things. One of which is this deer, all the meat that I got from it, the opportunity that I got to go explore, kill ducks, and spend time with my family, eat good food, and what I'm most thankful for is our new baby on the way. So, y'all take care. I'm out. I'm tired, and I'm going back to work tomorrow. So I'll see you in the next one. And like the video, share the video, and subscribe because it's only going to keep more content coming and better quality content. I'm out.